Cherie Hanson here. I wanted to share with you today a phrase that came in the affirmation. It's a new affirmation I've been listening to lately. It has a drum beat in the background, and I like that. It's kind of like it raises the vibration a little bit to have some drumming going on. And the phrase is, I choose to live in a happy body. Now, let me just explain to you why this was so important to me, why it really focused me. Because the dialogue that we have with our bodies is so very important. And the phases I went through in my life, as I've explained before, is I was disconnected from my body. My body was a place of, it's kind of like memorabilia, like knives and dead rats. And it's like, what's in here? Oh my God, I don't want to know. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to feel it. And it took me persistence and optimism to be in a place where I held the vision that I could be in my body in a way that was close and loving and nurturing. And so the phrase, I choose to be in a happy body, I thought was just excellent, because what you're looking at is you're looking at the word choose. There we are. There it is again. When we are disconnected from our body, when our body is only a source of hidden pain and buried misery, when our body is a cave that we have not gone spelunking in, with the light on the helmet, then we don't understand what it means to have a happy body. Our culture tells us that the word happy or fun means self-sabotage. So if my body wants to be happy, what I need is to eat cookies, is to watch violent Netflix shows, is to sabotage myself with what I'm eating, to go out and spend money I don't have. So it's kind of like double speak. It's the political speak that we have been taught to think in. And that is, if I feel unhappy, if I feel anxious, if I feel frightened, if I am terrified of the future in this world of chaos, then I have to make myself happy. And happy means self-sabotage. Let's just say it straight out. In our culture, we applaud one another for self-sabotage. Let's get a picture of all of us eating cake and ice cream and drinking, maybe even have I was saying to somebody yesterday, I'm just at the point where I might start smoking a corncob pipe and sitting on my front steps snarling at people. How bad can it get? It's going to change who I am. And that's the bottom line. That's the thing that most of us haven't had a chance to see. We haven't had wise elders. We haven't had mentally healthy family members. We look around us for an example of who can I be? And the only examples we see are the people who make themselves happy through self-sabotage. This is what the culture tells us to do. It's kind of like an opium den. I keep coming back to that vision because it was so striking to me when I thought about all these people laying down in the dark, smoking opium and not moving. Like we all do it. Come on. Here, lay over here. So the way I used this affirmation today was I came back to the idea of having a dialogue with my body. If my body is the source of wisdom in my life, there's no person outside of me that's a source of wisdom, not in this time. What shade of crazy do you want? We'll paint your entire house with that. If the body is in a state where it's improving and it wants better care and it's healing and it's clearing your past traumas and it's clearing your ancestral traumas, and it's clearing all of the mistaken choices you made in your life, you have to have a really clear dialogue with your body. Body, what do you want? And I find that really carries me through those times when I'm thinking, if I just have a cookie, it'll be fine. I just want to eat something that's going to wreck up a big tempest in my body tomorrow. That'll be good. So what we've done is we've trained ourselves to end the pain of now in a way that creates a worse future, a worse tomorrow, a worse tonight, a worse next week, a worse next bank statement. Because that's the only way that we've been taught to deal with that. We haven't heard another way. But I look at people like Jeff Bridges. I look at my wise teachers who are showing simple, slow compassion. Take care of your body. It's one thing to have an accident, as I did the other day. I fell on the porch and broke a plate and drove it into my finger, which healed in 2 days. I knew it would. I said it to it as soon as it had an injury. I said, that's okay. You're going to heal this in 2 days. Won't be a problem. And I find that when I have that dialogue with my body trusts me. It is in a place where it believes me. When I can say to it, I know that you have a cut right now and it's bleeding profusely, but you will heal in 2 days. And so we're in a place where we need to take charge of our reality. As my mother used to say so many times, oh my God, this woman could just nag like you wouldn't believe. She had like Thor type thundering power for nagging. Well, if all the other lemmings jumped off of a cliff, would you do it too? And it's really funny how if you scrape off all of the muck around some of these older sayings and some of the intent of calling you an idiot and all the rest of it, and just wash it off and get down to this shiny little jewel. Just because it's normal does not mean it serves you. So, setting a goal of living, think of this, living all day from the moment you wake up to the time you go to sleep, all night long, in a body that is happy, that is well fed, that is exercised, that is building muscle, that is at peace, is something you deserve. And for you to get that, you have to talk to your body. Find out why. I feel anxious right now. I just want to go, what did I use? The big thing I used to have is like a banana split. You know, when I was making myself obese in university, it was my plan and I did well. I'll have a banana split because a banana split will make me happy. It will reduce my anxiety. Yes. And so we have to cut ourselves off from normal. We have to cut ourselves off from what other people do. Now, it takes a lot of courage because people are going to think you're weird. They're going to think you're strange. They're going to find you threatening. But to hell with that, I say. I do not want to be living in an unhappy, unhealthy, struggling body. And so that was a beautiful affirmation I heard today, and I wanted to share it with you. Please subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe, when you do a thumbs up, when you make a comment, you drive it up into the magical, whatever, the internet strange kingdom. And it is now available for other people. And if you have a relative who's struggling with something that I'm talking about, you can always share the video with them. Here's somebody who's 80 years old, radiantly healthy, had incredible health challenges, rheumatoid arthritis, cancer, things happening one time after another because she was so disconnected from her body. But you can in that story. I want to ask you if you're interested in a channeled reading, if you're interested in life coaching, please get a hold of me. I would love to contact you, get a reading. I have very good vision. I see things remotely that can help you. I don't need to be in your face, although it's nice to be in your face. And I want to say to you, as I always do, thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you.